Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, May 13th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with King and Queen of the Ring matches at WWE Super Show live event last night at the Macon Coliseum in Macon, Georgia. In opening round matches, Shayna Baszler defeated Maxine Dupree by submission and Kofi Kingston pinned Rey Mysterio. Both Baszler and Kingston advanced to the semifinals of their respective tournaments. This was the second house show in a row that featured tournament opening round matches. The remainder of last night's card was identical to the show Saturday night in Chattanooga, Tennessee. In injury news, according to a report from Fightful, Eddie Kingston sustained an injury of some sort during his match against Gabe Kidd on Saturday at New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence, in which he lost the strong openweight title. The injury reportedly occurred during a table suplex spot, and Kingston needed assistance afterward. He walked to the back on his own after the match, but with a noticeable limp. The extent and exact nature of the injury was not made known. Turning to Japan, the finals of the 2024 All Japan Pro Wrestling Champions Carnival were presented yesterday in Yokohama, with Kento Miyahara defeating Jun Saito to win the tournament. Also on the show, All Japan World Junior Heavyweight Champion Rising Hayato retained against Kaz Hayashi. This was the 52nd annual Champions Carnival tournament. The tournament was established in 1973 by All Japan founder Giant Baba, with past winners including Baba himself, Abdullah the Butcher, Jumbo Tsuruta, Stan Hansen, Mitsuharu Misawa, Vader, Keiji Muto, Minoru Suzuki, and Akebono. Miyahara previously won in 2019. And in news from outside the ring, Jerry the King Lawler was honored on Saturday with an induction into the Indiana Sports Hall of Fame in a ceremony held in Evansville, Indiana, once a regular stop on the Memphis Territory circuit. The ceremony was part of a weekend gathering to honor Lawler, with friends and colleagues in attendance such as Jimmy Valiant, Bill Dundee, Ricky Morton, Matt Hardy, Mick Foley, Jerry Calhoun, and Jimmy Hart. During the ceremony, Lawler was presented with the original artwork he sent in to Lance Russell at WMC-TV that led to him getting his first break into the wrestling industry nearly 55 years ago. It was announced that a coffee table book of Lawler's original art is in the works. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.